Good morning. Today is Monday, March 16th, 2026. The IDF announced it believes there will be at least 3 more weeks of bombing and missiles. Of course, that could change at any minute. But if that is true, it means that Jews in Israel will be in and out of bomb shelters during the Pesach Seder. Here, there's no comparison to what it is that we are facing, but there are increased attacks on synagogues, Jewish businesses, Jewish people. Where is this expressed in the Haggadah? V'hisha amda lavosenu v'lanu. And this is stood by our ancestors and us. Shelo echad bilvad amad aleinu l'chalosenu. It's not just one who has risen up against us. Tonight at the Seder, we're mainly talking about Paro rising up against us. But it's not just one. It's not just Paro. El shebachal dar v'dar. But in every generation, omdim aleinu l'chalosenu, there rise up against us those who wish to destroy us. V'akadosh baruch hu matzileinu miyadam. And God saves us from their hands. V'hisha amda lavosenu v'lanu. They rise up against us. Now, today, this paragraph addresses us. Just like what Paro tried to do to the Jews in Egypt, there are those who are trying to do it to us now, today. And just like Paro was defeated, and just like every other one who has tried to destroy us has been defeated throughout history, we are certain that those who rise up against us today will be defeated. V'hisha amda. This is the place. This is the paragraph in the Haggadah that transforms the Seder from history to news. From then to now, today, tonight. From academic to very, very practical. Ela shebachal dar v'dar, every generation, right now. V'akadosh baruch hu matzilenu miyadam, and God saves us from their hands. And this is where we need to discuss at the Seder. What is happening at Seders tonight in Israel? In bomb shelters. And Seders around the world. In shuls surrounded by armed guards to protect them. This paragraph is a prayer, a tefillah. And we need to say this paragraph at the Seder with fervor. And we ourselves need to commit to do even more to show our support and offer our assistance to each other and to our brothers and sisters in Israel in any and every way that we can. It's a prayer. But it's not only a prayer. It's a statement. It's a statement, and it is true. We know this with certainty, that we will be saved from today's harm, as we have been from every potential harm since Paro. We know this from history, and we know this from our belief and trust in God. And we must express and emphasize this certainty to ourselves and to everyone at our Seder. And we will also see this truth expressed later in the Haggadah. I will point it out to you when we get there. Let me show you just one dramatic way this is being expressed in Israel since shortly after October 7th, 2023. On October 8th, as Israel and the Jewish world woke up to war with Hamas, and even as the extent of the horror was not yet fully known, there were a number of people with a particular quandary. They had been planning to get married that day, that week, that month, or they had a bar mitzvah plan for that Shabbos or the next Shabbos. What should they do? Do you go ahead with a simcha, with a joyous occasion, when you and your world are in trauma, in crisis? Or do you cancel? Do you postpone? And if you do go ahead, how? How do you do it practically? How do you do it emotionally? F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote that the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in mind at the same time and still retain the ability to function. One of those who did so magnificently and who has become a role model for the Jewish people is Rabbi Doron Perez and his family. I've spoken about him a number of times before. Rabbi Perez lives in Israel. He is the head of the worldwide Mizrahi movement. He does incredible work on part of the entire Jewish world. He and his wife, Shelley, have several children, including, on October 7th, 2 sons, both officers in the IDF. On October 7th, Yonatan was seriously injured, and Daniel was missing, presumably taken as a captive to Gaza. But 10 days later, Yonatan was scheduled to marry Galia. And a big, joyous wedding had been planned. What do you do? How do you make a wedding when the groom is injured and the brother of the groom is missing, not just absent, but missing, unaccounted for? And of course, the Jewish world, the entire Jewish world, is in turmoil. What do you do? The parents told the couple it was their decision, and they would support whatever the children decided. The couple decided to go ahead with the wedding. And the turning point in this decision was when Yonatan's commanding officer came to visit him and said, "Yonatan, you're supposed to be getting married next week. What do you think?" So Yonatan said to his commander, "What do you think?" And his commander said to him, "I think you should get married in your uniform, here in your garden. Because Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, needs a simcha. We need a joyous celebration now. We're having such difficulty now. A simcha would be a good thing. Yonatan was able to leave the hospital, but he was on crutches under his chuppah. And the chuppah happened. Of course, there were tears, but then the family wiped their faces and they had a simcha. Family pictures were hard because their son Daniel was missing. And at first they did not want to have family pictures, but they did. And then, at the chuppah, there was a guest that they did not expect, that they did not invite. Yonatan Razel. Yonatan Razel is a famous Israeli singer. And one of the songs that he is famous for is his melody for Vehi She'amda. This paragraph in the Haggadah. And he came uninvited to sing this melody to this couple under this chuppah. Rabbi Perez later said that someone said to us at the chuppah, she said this was the holiest, saddest, happiest, most inspiring chuppah she's ever been to. And it was all of those things together. And since then, this melody, Vehi She'amda, has been sung at many Jewish weddings. It's a strange choice to sing at a wedding, but it expresses precisely what it is meant to express in the Haggadah. The joy at every wedding, at every Jewish simcha, is a statement of certainty in this paragraph. Vehi she'amda lavosenu v'lanu. It's happening to us. Shebechal dar vadar, in every generation, to us, on that night at the chuppah. And I hope it's not true, but it could be at the Seder night this year in Israel. Omdim aleinu l'chalosenu, they're trying to destroy us. To us, V'hakadosh Baruch Hu matzilenu miyadam. And God has saved us from their hands, and God will save us from their plans. I want to share this with you. This is Yonatan Razel singing his famous melody, Vehi She'amda. And it's very easy to find on YouTube. It would be worthwhile to learn this melody and to sing it aloud at your Seder, as we do at ours. Please listen.
והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, עמד עלינו לכלותנו, והיא שעמדה לאבותינו, והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עומד עלינו לכלותנו, עומד עלינו לכלותנו, והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו, מצילנו מידם, והקדוש ברוך הוא יצילנו, יצילנו מידם. והיא שעמדה לאבותינו, והיא שעמדה לאבותינו ולנו, שלא אחד בלבד עומד עלינו לכלותנו, עומד עלינו לכלותנו, והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו, מצילנו מידם, והקדוש ברוך הוא יצילנו, יצילנו מידם, שלא אחד בלבד עמד עלינו לכלותנו, לכלותנו, והקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו, הקדוש ברוך הוא מצילנו מידם.
My friends, I wish you a great day. And I look forward to seeing you soon in person.